about the iPad and possibly getting a quote. Is this quote for that, or is this upgrading what we currently have?
Quote, you have for iPads.
Yeah.
For grades 6 and 10.
That's 6 through 10?
Gra-
Oh,
for-
6 and
for
10.
grades 6 and 10.
Okay.
Any other discussion on this?
And this is a regularly scheduled purchase.
Correct.
New devices.
And while we're on that, I did hear from some constituents in the schools, they would really like the iPads in the lower level.
That's what I said. Well, oh, I want to talk about that. No, that's not.
Not now.
For this yet.
All right, do I have any other discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
E, recommend approval for early purchasing of Chromebook cycle.
I've got a motion to approve the early purchasing of the Chromebook cycle. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion on that one.
Yes, well, no, because I had a question. Because I also heard this same thing, just the last couple days there, that the teachers would like to, or would prefer, I mean, there's iPads.
In
And
the next
so,
cycle.
in the elementary school. I know we talked about this a little bit last week in the work session. I apologize for bringing it up tonight, but I pulled it because of the one earlier. I feel like, for me personally, this is gonna be hard because I don't know, are we able to talk with the teachers to see if they would, like, get a general consensus Chromebook / iPads? I mean, if you look at Chromebooks, I know we are using them right now, but transitioning maybe to iPads, the students already know how to use those, the teachers already know how to use those. Most of the staff probably has an Apple device that you know, they are, I don't know if this is a lot of money, to spend out there, to put out there. And if we're looking at possibly bringing an iPad, you know, at the next time we need to upgrade something, I just want to bring it to the attention because I heard the same thing, that it seems the general consensus is.
We had started down this pathway when COVID arrived.
Okay.
Trying to get devices in the hands of students at the elementary level. So initially, we went with Chromebooks in that time period with regards to that. So
That's because that was all available, right?
Again,
Call center.
their call center.
please state your question and please, let's stay in the formula. State your
So
question
can
and
we,
informative.
so this is something we have to do, we have to vote on tonight to get this discount
Yes.
rate, is that correct?
You don't have to vote on it tonight.
So can we postpone this maybe until next month, maybe get
I work for the board, whatever the board decides to do.
I suggest, I highly
What
suggest
would your
going
suggestion
through with this, that gives that gentleman over there, some time to work on formulating the policy to change everything over to Apple, or if that's what the teachers want. This will give us the benefit of getting the discount and gives him and the staff at the elementary school the time to coordinate changing all the programs and everything to accommodate for the future. Changing it, just pushing it overnight, or saying to change it down for the next cycle would be very detrimental to the staff and put a lot of stress on
Yes.
the lady at the end.
Yeah, I'm just
and the
concerned
gentleman
that
right
we
there.
don't put our staff in a position that they can't be successful.
right, well, that's.
And it's very
yeah.
important that we're cognizant of that, because I went through a similar situation as a middle school principal, where we were gonna do a phase-in of iPads, and all of a sudden, they said, we're gonna just dump iPads in every student for the middle schools, and we had no infrastructure there to support it.
Okay.
I didn't know that, I was just a principal, and a Christmas present was arriving on all 3 floors. But now, sitting as somebody that also works in the technology department, I got a different perspective of what that looked like, and you know, we need to be cognizant of how that is implemented so that it's effective. We are a mixed elementary school. On the back shelf, you have iPads sitting there because our STEM classroom teacher has a cart of iPads, as well as our music, our PE, our art teachers, and all of our teachers are Mac book teachers. So it's not anything that I don't take lightly. I understand exactly what you're saying. And as we start to look at this as well, there's additional information tonight that Tom's going to share with regards to the Chromebook quote. And I said that those monies are fluid, and the prices of the Chromebooks have changed since last week.
So if we chose to table this till next month, if that was.
So that's when you said they.
Is that going to affect the price if we still went with the Chromebooks? Okay.
Commercial break room.
Pass it around.
Oh, just give us the highlights, up or down.
Up.
I know we have to do
So by
something.
moving again, it may go up again.
Till next month.
Yeah, it's already gone up since last week.
Well, we weren't voting on anything last week, just like.
Yeah, but I mean, but where we stood. Thank you.
Yes. So they raised it $30,000 since last week?
Well, when I originally got the quote, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, approximately 30,000. So it's something that I take very seriously as well, trying to get the best price that we can, and hence, where this Chromebook is situated in the different models that we were looking at. I'm assuming if I asked for the updated quote on the other model, it would be even higher.
Is this our only option for Chromebooks?
That was the cheaper option I provided to you.
I mean, I don't mean the actual Chromebook, but I mean the actual company that does this.
No, there's numerous companies that manufacture Chromebooks.
If we sit on this till next month though, is the price going to go up higher? Is that a possibility?
Possibility.
Or can we get a different?
Well,
bid? Yeah.
judging by the fact that this expires April 16th, I would say it's more than likely going to change. Now, if you want to gamble, and then you got to think that also with the tariffs going on, probably
Yeah,
go even more.
Provide the information they provide to me. They gave me a window for the one price. I got an email later on this, really today in the afternoon, so I forwarded it to my two colleagues as well as soon as I got it, and like, interesting.
So did the previous quote that we looked at last week, did it have an expiration date?
Yeah, that's an expiration date. Do you want to hold to that? They need some solicitor help.
And they removed it. They essentially told us they're not honoring that.
It expired in 3 months.
At the bottom of what was on the other.
So
Why
we're
would we
gonna,
have an expiration date before a voting date?
It'll carry it.
It's what we have for the hundred.
We're doing a special meeting?
I'm assuming we were gonna get this had Janelle not pulled it. And
We're gonna get it for discussion.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't we have done a special meeting and vote so we didn't miss our teachers' prices like
But we're struggling to get this through.
Or can we do it for the next one and we choose not to push this one this next?
I mean,
We gotta do something.
I feel as though if this company wants to do business with us and we're going to, I can't speak for everybody. My general feeling is there's, I think this would have went through tonight, but I don't know if I'm gonna vote to pay for $30,000 for the same thing that was $30,000 less.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Judging by the fact that it's HP, and it's probably coming out of China,
Most of it
and the
comes out of
tariffs,
China.
and the tariffs were imposed, and they go up again.
that's a significant percentage.
Dr. Naylor, if the board chooses to waive, what implication might that have on the availability of Chromebooks?
Sorry. Recording device.
It's really funny.
I use it for the meeting. You'll notice I don't have a computer up here.
Still a recording device, technically. It says they went after me, Brian, and what you know. They went after me.
So back to the
There's a
question.
lot of unknowns there,
Yeah.
Dr. Metzel, with
Yeah.
regards to supply chain and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately, it's unknown.
hard to-
Cost, availability, what it is. Do we have these available earmarked if we were to approve them tonight in order to purchase them this week?
yes.
I mean, with this price going up, I mean, I know we're at
It's okay.
a fine line, but if we could try to get another quote, maybe a quote from Chromebooks for another company, especially if this is the company, I don't know, is this someone we would use these people, this company, this is who we've done this with?
In the prior year,
past?
yes.
Yeah, I know. But if we are able to, in the meantime, because I don't know if this is okay or not, but this is a lot of money. And since we're already considering adding, like, iPads in, I know kind of slowly, not at one big lump sum, is it possible to get a quote for iPads? And then if we need to have like an emergency voting meeting, if that price is locked in before the next board meeting just on this particular item, is that doable?
Hold on, your question is very long. You're in a question, because right now I'm thinking this, and this.
Okay, can we table this to next month?
No,
No.
at this point, right this second, no.
But I'd like to point out, if I could, Apple's, I bet you're gonna suffer the same thing with Apple, they'll come out of China too.
But,
I don't think it's a bad idea to investigate it,
Yes.
but
but
I'm not
hold
saying
on,
we
wait, hold on.
wait.
What, this is what I hear you asking.
Okay.
Make sure I get this right.
Yes.
You want us to table this and to get possible choice of getting Apple to replace these. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, that's not totally able to do, because if you remember from the previous week, you have to make sure that all the programs and the teachers are all able to switch, that everything can do. If you can't just, it's not a light switch, you just can't go, okay, we're going to give you this instead of this.
Okay.
Not all the programs work on both.
Okay, and I know we did talk about eventually slowly
That's why
bringing it. Okay, then if we forget that thought, can we table this and look at other companies that we can get cheaper, maybe some cheaper or less expensive quotes from for this?
Well, we can table. Okay.
Or can,
That needs a motion.
or can we try to get away with one more year? I mean, I don't know why we couldn't.
What I would say is, my intent would be, I'm gonna write this one down, because I'm not gonna recommend paying for 20% for something more than what it was last week. I'm also, and this might be, since they're jacking up the price, it might be a good time to ask our administrators to look at, and study how we could potentially implement, because we can't just buy them and throw them on people. I do not think we should do that. But I do think that it would be appropriate for you, Dr. Berryman, and Dr. Gitzel, and whatever other team members should be involved, to look at and evaluate what an implementation of iPads in the elementary school will look like. I think it would be a good thing if we're hearing that feedback from teachers. I think we should listen to teachers and look to potentially standardize the district from a
say you use the current Chromebook for over a year or something?
Well, yeah,
is that a possibility, Dr. Mayor?
Okay.
All kinds of possibilities.
I like that possibility.
Okay.
That's a big-
Is
that's a
it
big-
probable to use them and make it through one more?
We could look at different options like we talked about, how that might look in K1 and 2, or wherever that may be. These current Chromebooks are currently situated in K1 and 2. So that's why when I say K1 and 2, it's because we recently refreshed grade 3 to 5. So we could look at that process across the grade levels in Elwick, Greek, and look at some different options with regards to a mix of Chromebooks and iPads and what that might entail from our teachers and what their thirst is with regards to an initiative like this moving into the summer and into next year.
I mean, I like that idea, since you're saying we should be able to get at least another year out of what we currently have. Your big chunk of change, and I know that next year it might not be any cheaper. I mean, maybe it'll be higher, I don't know, but hopefully not. Okay, so do I need to make a motion?
This point, the motion is,
We're just voting now?
Yep.
We need to do a roll call vote or anything? No? Okay.
all those in favor, signify by saying aye. All those opposed?
No.
Okay. Motion's not carried. Okay.
Recommend the approval of, to advertise for ACES paving bid, project bid.
Okay, got a motion to approve the ACE paving project bid through the capital projects. Do I have a second? Any discussion?
No.
Yeah, I'll let Tom talk about it. It was raised during our FPS committee and it's in the capital projects.
So this was approved back in.
I know it's approved.
Just saying, back in October, so what is the paving would entail would be all of the bus loop and the district office lot, and it would try to fix some of the crumbling that's been patched over several years to mill it down with petromat and then repave that surface. Add some very.
This has the map being put down.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
So this is just to go out to advertise to have that for the board to vote on next month. The winning bid.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Motion carries.
Somebody pulled G.
I did.
1, 2.
G1.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to pull? Okay. Recommend approval for payment of invoices 2, 3, 2 cafeteria fund checks, 3 student activity checks, 4 capital project checks, 5 bill bond checks, 6 spike fund checks, and 7 budget transfer.
Got a motion on the floor with payment of invoices of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Do I have a second? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
H.
No, G1.
Okay. Then, items 1 through 7 is noted. No. G, I'm sorry. G1, sorry.
Okay, I got you. I got a motion on the floor to approve G1 general fund checks. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, discussion?
I do.
Okay.
On stock and legal solicitor bills,
Mhm.
$11,460.50. I am absolutely not happy with the transparency on this. I've asked December 9th, this is for the person that threw the laptop across things the other day. December 9th is the first time in the minutes I asked for it. I also asked for it February 10th, And I have yet to see all these bills.
What's your question?
I don't have to ask a question. I'm making a statement about what I'm not seeing. I'm not getting the bills.
Okay, we just went through them.
No, we didn't go through all of them.
Okay. And you
Because
were
you
told?
said you wanted to come in and do it yourself.
We did not go through all of them.
We've established the process. The process is now that you have to go through in order to see them.
Yeah, but why are we paying them before I see them?
Dr. Mitchell, for the bills for this amount, were they provided to the board in some of them?
I'm unsure without seeing the invoices that he was requesting.
What month is this from?
Tom, were they provided?
No.
Okay.
And the ones in question on the board then, that's what.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
We all sat there at the table together and looked at them.
I can't discuss what we discussed, but I'm telling you.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed. Motion carries.
Item H is for information purposes only.
All right, pause.
At this point, Dave, would you like to discuss adventure?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for your attention. So,
Can you first tell me why it's informational purposes only?
we just shared with the administration last week the engagement letter. I think it's adequate information item, and it should be a voting item on the next agenda.
Next agenda.
Oh,
Thank you. So I'm happy to share that the law firm Stock and Leader, the entirety of our firm, has decided to merge with and join Saxon and Son. They're actually taking our office, so we'll still be here in our office in York. We think it's a really great opportunity for the legacy of Stock and Leader to continue in the York and South Central PA market with backing of a much bigger regional firm. They do have a very well-established school law practice group that is very similar to ours. So from your perspective, nothing will change. We still have the same personnel, myself, also the colleagues that handle policy, school construction, special education, all that. We're all going. We'll all still be there. Just different email address and different email number. So with your consideration, we would very much like to continue this for you.
Yeah. Does anybody have any other questions? Oh, Dave, concerning this?
Well, is our solicitor gonna change, are you gonna change?
Nope.
We'll still have you
Unless
as
you want
our
to kick me out,
solicitor?
I'll still be here.
Okay, I'm just saying there's any changes, personnel changes for behalf of where you guys go and are outsourced to. Okay.
Is there any other questions?
Yes. Mr. Walter, is there any way we could get